Imagine for a moment an alarm blaring. Deep inside a concrete silo, on the back of a huge truck, a ballistic missile ignites. It's a terrifying spectacle of fire and force. This weapon isn't flying like a plane. It's going up, straight up, at incredible speed. It climbs higher and higher, leaving the thick atmosphere behind. Now it's heading into the blackness of near space. Hundreds or even thousands of miles away, a city goes about its day, unaware. In just a few short minutes, that missile will come down at almost incomprehensible speed. Now imagine a fighter pilot on routine patrol. Suddenly an alert flashes on their screen. Launch detected. That missile is in the air. The pilot flies one of the most advanced jets on Earth. The jet is armed with missiles to shoot down fast-moving aircraft. So can that jet turn, climb, and stop what's coming? First, we need to understand what we're up against. A ballistic missile is not like a cruise missile. A cruise missile is basically a small, pilotless jet. It flies low, it's relatively slow, often subsonic, and it stays within the atmosphere. A ballistic missile is a different beast entirely. It's like a cannonball that flies into space. It has a powerful rocket engine that burns for only a few minutes at launch. This is the boost phase. When the engine cuts out, the missile just coasts, following a predictable arching ballistic trajectory into the upper atmosphere or space. This is the mid-course phase. Almost no air resistance up there. It can travel enormous distances, a few hundred miles for a short-range missile to thousands of miles for an ICBM. An ICBM can cross continents in about 30 minutes. The final stage is the terminal phase. Warheads can reach Mach 20 or more, about 4 miles per second. At that speed, a major city can be crossed in seconds. Because ballistic missiles are so dangerous, entire defense systems have been built specifically to stop them. These are highly specialized, very expensive systems designed to hit a missile traveling at hypersonic speeds. It's often described as hitting a bullet with a bullet. They target the boost, mid-course, or terminal phase, each with different interceptors. Ground-based systems first. Patriot engages shorter-range ballistic missiles in the terminal phase, as they head down to their targets. THAAD. Terminal. High-altitude area defense. Intercepts high in the atmosphere or just at re-entry, widening the window to shoot. For ICBMs, ground-based mid-course defense launches interceptors to hit warheads in space. At sea, Aegis ships, with powerful SPY-1 radars, carry SM-3 interceptors. SM-3 kills by pure impact. Hit to kill, no explosive. The mobility of ships lets them pre-position for mid-course, even late boost opportunities. Air-based interception also tempted designers. The Boeing WOW-1 Laser 747 aimed at boost phase shots, but it proved too complex and was cancelled. Still, getting an aircraft closer to a launch point remains attractive. This is one of the hardest engineering problems that exists. These systems work best as a layered, interconnected shield. Fighters, by contrast, are multi-role hunters, not purpose-built missile shields. So, where does a fighter like an F-15, F-22, or F-35 fit into this picture? These aircraft are the masters of air-to-air combat. They are designed to be fast and maneuverable, packed with powerful sensors that build a detailed picture of the sky. Missiles like AIM-120 are fire and forget, fast and agile, perfect against evading aircraft. But a ballistic missile is not another aircraft. An F-15 can reach over 60,000 feet and exceed Mach 2. A ballistic missile climbs to altitudes of hundreds of miles and reaches mind-bending speeds. Adapting a fighter's radar to hold a small, hypersonic object against space is a massive leap. Air-to-air missiles lack the energy and guidance window to chase a plunging warhead. The jet has the platform, the sensor, and the weapon, but ballistic missile defense stresses all three beyond their design limits. Dedicated systems wield colossal sensors and enormous rocket stages to meet the physics. They also fight as a team, a layered network sharing tracks and timing. Fighters were built to hunt, not to be exo-atmospheric goalkeepers. This isn't just theory. People have actually tried this. In the 1980s, the US flew the ASM-135 anti-satellite missile from a specially modified F-15. The jet would go high and fast, then loft the rocket straight up. A miniature homing vehicle would collide with the target. Kinsekrin Khan. Horric kill. On September 13, 1985, Major Wilbert Doug Pearson took off from Edwards Air Force Base. At 38,100 feet and Mach 1.22, he launched the missile in a 65-degree climb. The ASAT streaked into space and destroyed the Solwind P-78-1 satellite in low Earth orbit at about 345 miles altitude and 17,500 miles per hour. It proved a fighter could serve as the first stage of an orbital interceptor. Controversial and later cancelled, the program still left a crucial legacy. Air launch gives an interceptor a valuable head start. More recently, Israel reportedly explored terminal phase shots against short-range ballistic missiles using adapted air-to-air missiles and F-15s. Japan and the United States continue research into purpose-built air-launched interceptors. But today, this is not an off-the-shelf fighter capability. The physics is proven. Making it practical and routine is the hard part. Let's get into the brutal physics. A launch 600 miles away might have a total flight time of around 12 minutes. Boost, the best time to hit, lasts only 3 to 5 minutes. A fighter may be 100 miles off. It must receive the alert, react, turn, dash, position, and fire fast. All in under 5 minutes. Mid-course interception requires huge energy to climb and match lateral velocity at hundreds of miles altitude. Air-to-air missiles are simply too small, like asking a sports car to catch a space rocket. Tracking a tiny hypersonic object against space is another giant leap for a fighter radar. Then passing perfect track data to the interceptor, any small error becomes a miss by miles. Terminal shots face astronomical closing speeds. The interceptor has milliseconds to correct. A tiny deviation or gust can defeat the intercept. Modern missiles may deploy decoys. You must discriminate the real warhead. Speed is the warhead's best defense. This is why dedicated systems with massive sensors and rockets dominate this mission today. The physics doesn't care about preference, only performance. The challenges are huge, but the hunt continues. Laser-armed aircraft aren't new. The YAL-1 tried boost phase shots. The future points to compact solid-state lasers. Smaller, more powerful, more efficient. Mount a powerful laser on a fighter or a high-endurance drone. Beams travel at light speed. No need to lead the target. The goal is not vaporization. It's heating a thin skin until it fails during boost. But you need multi-megawatt class power and exquisite beam control through turbulence. We're not there yet. Procure di Monsaber au by progress is steady. Another path. Purpose-built, two-stage, air-launched interceptors, smaller than past ASATs but far smarter. Stealth carriers like the F-35 or future B-21 could close distance for boost phase chances. Persistent drones at 70,000 feet could patrol for days near threat rings. Pair them with hyper-agile hypersonic kill vehicles to pounce early. A persistent platform, plus a very fast kill vehicle, may be more effective and affordable than forcing fighters into the role. The future solution likely blends air, sea, space, and ground into one responsive shield. The tech is maturing, slowly and deliberately. One day, lasers and hypersonics may tip the balance. So, can a fighter jet shoot down a ballistic missile? The answer today is a very qualified maybe, but not really. A standard fighter with standard air-to-air missiles has practically zero chance, especially against long-range missiles. The physics are all wrong. Not high enough, not fast enough, sensors not designed for the task. Its weapons lack the energy to reach the intercept point in time. However, in a specific context, yes, a modified fighter as a launch platform. The first stage can put a specialized interceptor on target in space. No Air Force keeps fighters on ABM alert with such weapons today. Dedicated systems, THAAD, Aegis, GMD, remain the primary shield. Asking a fighter to intercept an ICBM is like sending an F1 car to win a forest rally. Use the tool designed for the terrain. Is it science fiction? Not entirely. The core concept is proven. Making it routine awaits future tech. Air-launched hypersonic interceptors, powerful lasers on stealthy drones. Research is active. The calculus can change. One day, aircraft may be the first line of defense. For now, stopping ballistic missiles belongs to specialized systems on the ground and at sea. With standard gear, no. As a launch platform with specialized weapons, technically yes.